Oh, hey man, check this out. I got this new setup. Not really, it's the same thing. But hey, before the video starts, I forgot to say this. Navajo word of the day. You know today's word? We're gonna be the topic of school. You know what school is? Oshtae. Oshtae. Our teacher, you could probably say baoshtae, which means baoshtae. Someone teaches at school, something like that. But oshtae, school. Anyways, Lukashi, go on. What's up? What's going on? It's been so long, right? YouTube is pretty much dead for me. Yeah. Let's talk about school, or specifically Navajos in school, or natives. But I'm Navajo, so I'm gonna be Navajo-centric, okay? Because I can't speak for any other native tribes. Maybe I can, and maybe they can relate to me. Who knows? But let's talk about college. Am I right? Listen. So, little story, a little lore about me, okay? College sucks. Okay, it's tough. I kind of hate it sometimes. In fact, my 2 classes I have to take for my degree, man, they are really tough. Yeah, but I gotta do it. Gotta get that degree, man. Gotta get that dough. But I'm not focused on the classes really. I'm just more focused on like the social areas of like on the campus. You know what campus life is like for most Native people. From my experiences, especially during the pandemic, I think even before the pandemic, I can even go as far. I feel like I didn't quite have a sense of community there, or like I don't feel like I'm wanted. Not something. Maybe the word is wanted. Maybe it's the bad job of the university, but like I don't know. It's just the events there are kind of meh, and that's also I think there's like. I don't know. I think there's this weird negative stigma against Native people too. Like we kind of hate ourselves. It's kind of weird. Like I feel like a bunch of freshmen don't go to these events, like these cookouts, these awesome cool events sometimes because one, they want to get away from the reservation, and in doing so, some of them have to pretty much get rid of all context of like being known on the reservation, and that's kind of stupid. If you're doing that, cut it out. Diggis, don't do that anymore. Go make some friends. Go have fun. But I don't know. I mean, that was kind of me at first. I was an idiot. Okay, I'll admit it. I was an idiot. I just cut off all my buddies, everyone I knew. But I realized it was a huge mistake because I'm like, whoa, hold up. These guys are my friends. These were my buddies in high school. Why am I cutting them off? Unless they're all fake friends and they're all terrible. I'm like, yeah, sure you can. But like, after a while, you start going like coming around to them. You're like, oh boy, or bro. Oh my God. Class is so tough. Am I right? Bro, exactly right. I don't know. You just need them sometimes, Don't think of them like backup, okay? They're still your friends. They're a part of you. They shape the way you are. The hell, they made the way you are thinking right now. Think about that, okay? But aside from that, maybe it's just me. Maybe I look too like I'm scared. Like sometimes I'm doing homework and I'm just like I want to chill with people, but then again, like I kind of take up a table. Maybe I do. I don't know. I kind of known for taking up a lot of space. But besides the point, even though when I try not to take up space, I'm like, oh yeah, hey, yo, the seat's open. You want to chill, study with me? We can probably get to know each other. And after that, it really doesn't happen. Or maybe I'm just not. I don't know. Sometimes these people just have. I feel like some of them. This is probably their first time out in the real world. Away from home, away from Masana, away from Chase sheep. From chopping wood, the normal life on the reservation of just, going home, playing in the mud, playing games, the simple life. And then you're thrown into this world of where you have to go study, you have to kind of go to these events. You're like, okay, let me go find some friends. And you try finding some friends, and then you realize, well, these people aren't really relatable in terms of my needs. And you know what? Gamers probably get the worst of it. Like, I used to try to find some gamer bros. That was awful because the gamer bros I thought I would hang out with, they're a little too edgy for me. They're a little like, let's be as edgy and I guess we're not, I don't know if it's cringy, just childish, whatever, as much as we can. Say, I don't know, make fun of edgy jokes, 9/11, haha, go boom. It's like stuff like that. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Am I just too old for this generation? Am I a goddamn boomer in this world? Am I boomer native, bro? Have I hung out with my Che and Nollies too much? I don't know. But it do be tough out there. Oh, don't even get me started on dating, man. I can't even go there. I'll be for another episode. I'd love to talk about a video on dating one day. But besides that, I just feel like the Native community is just kind of lacking in terms of school. Like, I don't know what we can do better as a community, Like, I feel like we try to do these events, but for the most part, you're either on two spectrums. You're either the people who are super involved, aka they work there, so it's kind of their job to be there, or they're people like, they're kind of cringy. I don't feel like hanging out with them. So it's like, there's like a weird, it's either one or the other. Sometimes I try to go on the other side of like, oh, let me hang out with these people in the events. But those people in the events are very seclusive in terms of like, they only hang out with the people they work with. Understandably, they try to be nice, but then I'm like, well, you try to start up a conversation with them. They're kind of dry, not gonna lie. Either that or they just don't want to talk to me. And it's like, and what's the point of this event if no one's gonna talk to me? Not even the staff's gonna talk to me. What's going on here? I just feel like that sometimes. It's just kind of annoying. I kind of hate going to campus a lot most of the times, just for that very reason. Like, what's the point of going to campus if no one's gonna really want to engage in these awesome conversations? I sound very preachy, like, I'm gonna give you the best topics. I don't care about my topics. I keep telling the whole spiel of, oh, look at me, I do videos and blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that sometimes. I want to hear stories from you. And sometimes they don't give me stories. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, I came from the res. I'm like, and? Like, did you herd sheep? And like, yeah. What about the sheep? Do you have like cool stories about your sheep and some stuff like that? Do you have stories about like camping and some stuff like that? And just maybe I'm overstepping. Maybe that's beyond small talk for me. Maybe I'm too aggressive. Maybe I like overstep. You know, just like, hey, what's up? What's your plans, bro? Coffee? You want to go get some coffee? You want to go study? Studying's another thing. I've never found a good study group to study with sometimes. Except, no, that's a lie. I found a great group to study with. But when it comes to studying with natives, one thing is, I think they're all too shy. Most of them are really shy. The really smart natives, okay? No, that's not what I mean to say. What I mean to say is that educate is a bad one too. What's the word? The people who I guess are taking their degrees seriously, you know? The ones are basically the lone wolf natives, you know? There are types of those ones. They just kind of stay in their lane. They don't venture out. They're just there for school. And like sometimes I want to study with them, but they don't want to study with me. And I'm like, oh, come on, dude. I want to do something. I want to like, I don't know. The native community lacking in college, bro. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm not cool enough. Maybe I got to dress more like, I don't know. Maybe it's Mexico too. I don't know. Something about it. Maybe I want to hear your thoughts. Do any of you in college right now, Native American, not even Native, just Navajo too? Do you feel like you're just kind of out there alone for the most part? Because like I fell into this trap of like becoming indigenous and everything. Like I want to call this phase called the indigenous phase. It's like the emo phase, but for indigenous people. You like realize, oh, my culture's so great. You know what? I'm going to try to do much I can for it to help my people, you know? And I went through that phase, okay? That was pretty much what the meme stash was for a minute. And then after that, I just kind of stopped and I realized it started maturing. That's the word. I was like, well, if I'm not a native influencer, what am I? And then so that's where the big question really kind of stemmed from. But if you don't know what the indigenous phase is, well, the indigenous phase is basically meaning like you just it's kind of like self-discovery of yourself if you're native. And then you'd be like, oh my God, I got to start buying everything native. Got to get native apparel. Got to start learning how to speak my language. Got to start posting positive things in native communities. Got to start being relatable to native communities. Got to figure out, probably go to powwows. And then sometimes, for me, I didn't find much enjoyment in any of the, well, I did, of course, for a bit. But then after a while, it kind of got old. And I was like, so then what am I doing? You know, what's the native community doing other than that? So that's the indigenous phase. You're either going to fall into that or you're going to stay out of it for the most part. And the ones that stay out of it, they're kind of just there to get out of there. They don't want to socialize with people. It's so strange. Why don't you want to socialize, you know? Maybe we're so reserved. What's going on? Like, I thought, was like such a big deal. And then I feel like it's tossed away. I got some pretty good homies. I got my sister Penelope Joe. Shout out to her. She's like a great little sister to me. And like, I don't get how we can not have friendships like that on the native community, on that friend level base. It seems like we need to talk shit about everyone, judge each other immediately, or find someone who's non-native in order to get attention or something. I don't know. Something's just strange in the native community. Kind of hate it. In fact, they need to do better. We need to do better as a community. We need to figure out what's wrong with ourselves. We need to dig deeper and then find out what the issue is. I'm talking about the younger generation, because I am the younger generation, okay? I'm 21. That's kind of young. I know. I don't do much. As you can tell, I'm just in my room doing nothing. Well, that's a lie. I'm doing homework, but still, I just feel like this like overbearing hurdle just to like it feels tough to hang out with Native people sometimes. Maybe it's just the real world too for me. Maybe I'm just poor. I can't do stuff. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Maybe you do. So help me out, figure this out. You know, this is a good topic I love to bring up. You know, it's just like what's going on with the youth today. I really genuinely want to know what's going on with the youth today. It seems like, you know, I don't want our youth to be lost. You know, that's why I'm doing these videos sometimes, just to like, you know, cater to them in terms of like, hey, yo, what's up? You're not alone. I'm out here thinking like you. You probably just needed someone to see this or like say this on a video so you can believe that you're not alone, you know? Like sometimes you see influencers, you see things and they seem like people, beings that you can't talk to. I'm just your average Joe. I've been to Gallup, okay? I've been chilling in that line for Lotta Burger. I've done things. I went to Walmart. It's kind of sketchy. I've waited in line in GameStop Gallup, bro. I waited for my copy of Last of Us PS3 edition, man. Come on. I've done things. I've been to the Navajo Nation Fair. I kind of hated it after a while. But then, come on. Listen, I'm talking like I'm just like you. I bought those toy guns at the Navajo Nation Fair, just like you, okay? I'm no different. I'm literally just your other native dude. Native guy. Navajo guy. I don't know. So what's the deal? I don't know. It sounds like, what is this? I don't know. This is weird. Tell me if you like this style. But yeah, that's kind of, I guess my point, my question, my observant in this nation. I found this out, you know. Or maybe I'm just privileged enough and I'm too privileged and I'm ignoring all the facts of like trauma and everything in people's lives and just, I don't know. Help me figure this out. I'm not trashing on you. I'm not trying to tell you you're awful. I just want to figure out what's the deal, you know? What's going on with our community? What's going on with the youth? Why come none of us want to socialize? It just seems difficult sometimes. With that being said,